What's up, everybody? I know I've been gone for a while, and it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've been here, but it's because I got a lot going on. I had some stuff I need to figure out, some stuff I need to iron out, and for the most part, I think everything is pretty much done, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Um, this is episode 8, and what I want to talk about today is the difference between problems and predicaments. All right. So I'm gonna start off first by just telling you the definition of each one. So a problem is a matter or situation regarded as unwelcome or harmful and needed to be dealt with and overcome. All right. A predicament is to be in a difficult, unpleasant, or an embarrassing situation. All right. So breaking that down even further, so a problem is basically something that you can solve. Problem is something that once you figure out all the who, what, when, why, there, how stuff, then you can eliminate it, overcome it, solve it. Bam, it's done. Once you figure out that it's a problem. A predicament, on the other hand, you to sum that up is you have to go through it. So a predicament, you have to wait on the outcome of it. The only thing you could do in a predicament really is develop a response, and then whether you succeed or fail, or it be somewhere in between that you fall into, uh, it can be it cannot be changed, but it can and it can never go back to its original form. You know, so for example, I'll give a couple examples of problems and predicaments. So, with a problem, you know, a problem is something as simple as you can't control your spending habit. So, the problem, how to solve this problem would be to maybe do some studying or take a course on financial literacy. Figure out how do you budget, um, how do you control those urges to go spend. You know, bam, you take a course and problem solve, right? A predicament, however, an example of predicament would be if you're a married person, and then you walk into a restaurant or any other building, barbershop, whatever you walk into, and then you see your spouse with another person on a date that you're not aware of, cheating basically. Your spouse is cheating on you. So that's a predicament because you don't know how to answer that in a sense. You're stuck with dealing with your emotions and your feelings behind it. You're stuck with dealing with whether or not you want to continue with this person or should you forgive them. That's an example of a predicament versus a problem that, like I said, you can figure out an answer right then and there or later on down the line. The reason why I brought this up and I want to discuss it is because you got to know the difference between the two, especially when you living in today's society. When you just living, period. It's some things that can't be solved with an answer or a decision. You know, some things you just got to go through. And those are predicaments that we end up in. You know, and a lot of times when we go into these situations, you got to ask yourself, like, how did I get here? So how did this happen? And during that process too, you could figure out maybe it was you who put yourself in this predicament. Well, it might have been someone else that put you in this predicament. You know, whatever the case may be, you have to definitely learn the difference between the two. Once you establish the difference and realize which obstacle or hurdle that you have walked into, whether it be a problem or a predicament, that you walked into, You know, that way you can develop a response or an answer to the situation. Um, Again, I'm wrapping up the video, and just something to think about. Tell me about different problems or a predicament that you got yourself into, or a predicament or a problem that you encountered in your life. Let's talk about it. Uh, Tell me what you think about the video. Write it down in the comment section. Like it, share the video. And as always, I like to tell everybody to do some news as far as life. Uh, if you see any homeless people, let them know. Any homeless people or anybody that's in unfortunate predicament, uh, let them know. Go to any tax office and file for economic impact payment. Basically, that's their way of giving the stimulus check out to every American citizen in the country. As long as everyone is an American citizen, you are eligible to get the stimulus check. All right, everybody, have a good night.